Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's session with a focus on work-life balance. The title of our presentation is Finding Harmony Between Career and Personal Life. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore practical strategies and insights to help you achieve that balance. So, let's get started and discover how to create a more fulfilling and balanced life. So, what exactly is work-life balance? Essentially, it's about creating a state where you can divide your time, energy, and attention fairly between your professional responsibilities and your personal life. But it's not just about how many hours you spend working or at home. It's also about the quality of life you experience in both areas. Achieving this balance means making sure that your work commitments and personal commitments don't interfere with each other. When you find that sweet spot, you're likely to feel healthier, happier, and more productive. It's important to remember that work-life balance isn't the same for everyone. It really depends on your own needs and priorities. Some may need more flexibility at work, while others might focus on spending more quality time with family. Ultimately, the goal is to build a life where both your career and personal life support each other, leading to a more fulfilling and sustainable lifestyle. And that's a key part of the overall theme of this presentation: finding ways to thrive in both worlds. Let's talk about why work-life balance really matters. Maintaining a healthy balance between your professional and personal life isn't just about feeling good. It actually has a real impact on your overall well-being. When you manage to keep these areas in harmony, you're likely to see improvements in your professional performance as well as your social relationships. Think of it this way. When you're able to dedicate quality time to both work and personal activities, your overall quality of life naturally gets better. Now, what are the key benefits? First, higher productivity. When you're not overwhelmed or burned out, you can focus better and get more done. Second, better personal relationships. Spending quality time with family and friends strengthens those bonds and makes your life more fulfilling. And third, reducing the risk of burnout. Balance helps prevent exhaustion and stress from taking over, keeping you healthier mentally and physically. So, in the context of today's presentation, remember that work-life balance isn't just a nice-to-have. It's essential for sustained success and happiness. When you prioritize it, you're setting yourself up for a more balanced, rewarding life. So, let's talk about some of the things that get in the way of achieving a healthy work-life balance. First, high work pressure can really take a toll. When deadlines are tight and expectations are high, it becomes difficult to step back and detach from work at the end of the day. This constant pressure often leads us to carry work home or keep thinking about unfinished tasks. Next, overcommitment is a big factor. When we take on too many responsibilities, both at work and in our personal lives, it spreads our time and energy too thin. We end up feeling overwhelmed and unable to give enough attention to what's truly important, which only adds to stress. And finally, the work environment itself plays a crucial role. If the culture prioritizes productivity above all else, often at the expense of employee well-being, it only worsens the imbalance. When support is lacking, and the focus is solely on getting results, it becomes even harder to maintain boundaries and take care of ourselves. All of these factors are interconnected and contribute significantly to the challenges we face in balancing work and personal life. Recognizing them is the first step toward addressing and overcoming these barriers. Creating a healthy balance between work and personal life is essential, and it really starts with commitment and self-awareness. When we talk about commitment, I mean making a conscious decision to prioritize both areas, recognizing that they are both vital to our overall well-being. Self-awareness, on the other hand, helps us understand our limits, what drains us, and what energizes us, so we can make smarter choices. Now, to put this into practice, there are some practical strategies that can truly make a difference in our daily lives. For example, setting boundaries is key, deciding specific times when work stops and personal time begins. It's also helpful to schedule regular breaks and time for ourselves, ensuring we don't get overwhelmed. Another important point is learning to say no when necessary, to avoid overcommitting and spreading ourselves too thin. And don't forget the power of disconnecting. Turning off work emails and notifications after hours can significantly improve your mental space. Remember, achieving this balance isn't a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process that requires mindfulness and adjustments along the way. Connecting this to our overall theme, it's about creating sustainable habits that support both our professional success and personal happiness. Let's talk about the signs you might be out of balance. It's really important to recognize these early so you can take action before things get worse. Often, this imbalance sneaks up on us slowly, and before we know it, it can start affecting different areas of our lives. For example, you might notice you're feeling more stressed or overwhelmed than usual, or maybe your energy levels are lower. Sometimes, you may find yourself neglecting personal relationships or hobbies because work is taking over. These are clear signals that your work-life balance is shifting in a way that's not healthy. By paying attention to these signs early, you can make adjustments and maintain a healthier, more sustainable balance. Remember, recognizing these signs is a key step in keeping your overall well-being in check, which ties directly into our broader theme of managing stress and promoting personal growth. Now, let's talk about the crucial role employers have in supporting work-life balance. Companies are not just about profits. They also have a responsibility to foster a healthy environment for their employees. When a company promotes a supportive work culture, it doesn't just benefit employees personally, but it also boosts loyalty, increases productivity, and improves overall well-being. One of the challenges many employees face is high work pressure. It's essential for companies to recognize this and implement strategies to manage workload effectively. Providing mental health support is equally important. Creating spaces where employees can seek help and feel understood makes a huge difference. Training and education also play a vital role. By offering resources and programs that teach time management, stress reduction, and resilience, companies empower their staff to handle their responsibilities better while maintaining balance. In essence, fostering a supportive work environment is a win-win. It helps employees thrive, and it benefits the organization as a whole. Remember, a happy, balanced workforce is the foundation of a successful company. Now, let's talk about measuring success in work-life balance. It's not enough to just set goals and hope for the best. We need to actively check in and see how things are going. Conducting regular evaluations helps us understand whether our efforts are truly effective. This applies to both individuals and organizations, because maintaining a healthy balance requires ongoing effort and adjustment. The key is to make these assessments routine, so we can identify what's working and what might need a tweak. Remember, progress in work-life balance isn't a one-time achievement. It's a continuous process. By staying vigilant and reflective, we ensure that our strategies support long-term well-being and productivity, aligning with the overall theme of sustainable success. Now, let's talk about evaluating the success of balance initiatives. It's really crucial to assess whether the strategies we've put in place are actually making a difference. This helps us understand if they're benefiting our employees and, ultimately, the company as a whole. One of the key ways we do this is through internal surveys and questionnaires. These tools give us direct insights from employees about how they perceive their work-life balance and whether they feel supported. We also look at performance and retention data. If employees are performing well and staying with the company longer, that's a good sign that our initiatives are working. And finally, direct observation and feedback from managers and team members can provide valuable real-time insights. It helps us catch any issues early and make adjustments as needed. All of these methods together help us get a comprehensive picture of how effective our balance programs really are, and they guide us in making continuous improvements. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate your engagement and interest in what we've discussed. Remember, the key points we've covered highlight the importance of understanding these concepts to drive better outcomes. It's been great sharing this journey with you, and I hope you feel inspired to apply what you've learned. Once again, thank you for being here and for your commitment to growth and improvement.